Dream,
sueña,
fun, call,
dream, dream academy.
Good evening, guys. Here we are for the final discussion, Mission 3, the Artistry Mission. Joining us today as the guest evaluator, we have Missy, who is the Senior T&D Program Manager. As long as everyone, you've been with the contestants from the very beginning, so having your insight is invaluable. So thank you for joining us.
It's been a crazy and amazing journey with the contestants, and I'm so excited to see their growth and review it with you guys and hopefully give you some insight to the behind the scenes, their personalities and everything that only a few of us get to experience.
미씨님이 저희 드림 아카데미 참가자들을 가장 오랫동안 가장 가까운 곳에서 많이 봐왔었고 지내왔었기 때문에 기존 미션 평가보다는 좀 더 다른 시선에서 평가를 할 수 있을 것 같아서 많이 기대가 되네요.
So as mentioned, Mission 3, the Artistry, here we are. In this challenge, the contestants are tasked with demonstrating their versatility through 3 different distinct performance concepts. Why is it important for these contestants to perform different concepts?
아티스트는 다양한 컨셉의 음악과 또 퍼포먼스 무대들로 팬들과 대중들에게 많은 공감을 줄 수 있는 무대를 해야 된다고 생각을 해요. 그렇기 때문에 이번 미션 3가 우리 참가자들에게 새로운 도전이 될 수도 있었고 또 본인들에게 많은 성장을 줄 수 있는 그런 미션이 되었을 거라고 저는 생각을 합니다.
I agree completely. I think our training and development program had a goal of creating well-rounded artists, and that's why we had the girls train in different genres such as hip hop and ballet and heels to make sure they were prepared for opportunities like this.
Great.
Yeah.
I think with that all being said, I think let's get into the first performance, which is Demi Lovato Confident. And in that we have Lara, Marquis, Megan, and Yunchik.
이 컨피던트 그룹은 제가 생각했었던 것만큼 잘 해준 것 같아요. 그리고 저는 사실 이 그룹에서 첫 번째로 라라 참가자를 얘기를 하고 싶은데 제가 느끼기에는 이 라라 참가자가 이 컨셉과 이 퍼포먼스를 제일 잘 소화하지 않았나. 메간 참가자는 미션이 거듭될수록 확실히 안정감 있게 잘 올라오고 있는 것 같아요. 마키는 제가 사실 진짜 처음 미션 때부터 계속 했었던 얘기인데 본인이 가지고 있는 그런 매력을 팀 안에서는 매력 발산을 잘 못하는 것 같아요. 그러니까 이거는 본인의 실력도 되게 중요하고 본인의 그런 스타성도 되게 중요하기는 한데 결국에는 그 모든 것들을 아우르는 에너지이거든요. 근데 이거는 솔로로 활동을 하지 않고 그룹으로 활동을 할 사람이라면 정말로 가장 먼저 극복해야 될 문제인 것 같아요. 사람들이 찾아가서 봐주지는 않거든요. 본인이 뚫고 나가야 돼요. 근데 마키는 지금 미션이 거듭될수록 그런 것들을 못 보여주고 있는 점이 참 아쉬운 것 같아요.
So Marky had a back injury, a pretty bad back injury the night before, which was kind of concerning. I don't think that any of audience members will know that she was injured from the video, so I'm happy, and I know she'll be happy about that. I'm super hard on Marky. I think we all are because we have such a high expectation of her. And I think she rose to the occasion.
To be able to give that performance she gave with that injury, I think was really impressive. For me, I think vocally she has such a unique tone in a good way, and I think her confidence just from knowing her from the beginning up until now has been great. I think she's really grown into herself, which is super impressive to see.
네, 사실 이 컨피던트라는 곡이 음역대도 너무 높고 부르기가 너무 힘든 곡임에도 불구하고 우리 참가자들이 보컬 연습을 좀 많이 하고 극복을 잘 해준 것 같아요. 근데 거기에 퍼포먼스까지 이렇게 좀 퍼포먼스 안무 자체가 좀 다이나믹하고 또 빠르고 하다 보니까 같이 동시에 하기 더더욱이 힘들었을 텐데 제가 예상했었던 것보다는 잘 준비를 했고 많이 연습을 해서 잘 해줬던 것 같아요. 아마 뭐 어떤 평가를 받던 간에 본인들 개개인의 역량이 이 미션을 준비하면서 많이 성장했을 거라고 저는 생각을 합니다.
Okay, let's get into the second performance, the second song, which is Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls with Daniela, Sophia, Manon, Celeste, and Niall.
I say nothing till you loosen up my buttons, babe. But you keep fighting, say what you gon' do to me. But I say nothing.
이 그룹은 이 버튼스의 그룹은 사실 준비를 하면서도 되게 걱정을 많이 했었고 촬영을 하는 그 순간까지도 걱정을 많이 했었었는데 그래도 결과적으로는 모두가 진짜 혼신의 힘을 다해서 잘 집중하고 해서 미션을 잘 마친 것 같아요.
I think to start with Daniela, I think Daniela is a star. She clearly pulls attention anytime she comes to the front. You could feel her presence. I think she got the opportunity to be a leader in this group.
이 그룹 자체를 이끌어간 숨은 공신이라고 저는 생각을 해요. 그러니까 물론 뭐 다른 참가자들이 못했다라는 게 아니라 결국에는 끌고 가는 한두 명이 항상 그 그룹에는 있거든요. 근데 이 미션에서는 이 그룹에서는 다니엘라가 그런 역할을 잘 해주지 않았나, 본인의 역량 플러스 이 그룹을 잘 이끌어가는 역할을 잘 해주지 않았나라고 생각을 합니다. 셀레스테는 여기에서도 마찬가지로 저는 존재감이 잘 나타나지 않지 않았나라고 생각을 해요. 분명히 본인의 역량을 충분히 보여줄 수 있는 구간도 있었고 또 이렇게 옆에서 이렇게 조화롭게 이루어질 때 본인의 역량을 충분히 보여줄 수 있는 구간들이 앞선 미션들보다는 좀 많았다라고 생각을 하는데 그럼에도 불구하고 좀 그런 부분이 아쉬웠던 것 같아요.
Sophia towards the end battled like a sickness and she was super sick, so she wasn't able to make some of the end rehearsals. It wasn't until maybe a day before where she finally started feeling better. And then she jumped right back in, but on set she was so sick. I hope that no one is able to tell from the performance. I don't think she wanted anybody to know that she was sick. All that was important to her is that she showed up and that she pulled through and that she hopefully gets to make it to the live show. I know she literally kept saying that on set. So I think it's really important to her to show up, and she has great leadership skills as well.
그리고 나영 씨. 근데 우선은 나영 씨가 그 솔로 아티스트로서의 활동에 대한 본인의 그 생각을 미씨님한테 이렇게 상담을 했고 얘기를 나눴다라고 제가 들었는데 사실 그런 부분이 궁금해요. 왜 이런 미션에서 그런 부분이 나왔는지 어떤 얘기가 오갔는지 사실 좀 그 부분이 궁금하긴 합니다.
You know, part of training and development's job is kind of like career counseling or career guidance. So we're always speaking with the girls, the specialists are speaking with the girls, checking in with them, making sure, you know, they feel they're headed down the right path and, you know, should they be eliminated? What do they think is next for themselves? We always have those conversations with them so that they're mentally prepared for anything that could happen. When I was checking in with Nayoung for her monthly one-on-one check-in, something concerning she had said to me was that she is concerned if she makes a group, she could be taking a spot from somebody that really wants it, and that within a couple of years she could see herself maybe quitting and becoming a solo artist. But we're so far in the timeline and we're so close to group member selection for that to be a thought that's weighing heavily on you, and it is heartbreaking, I think, both for her probably and for us, because she is very talented, and I think what's best for her is what she initially thought, and I know that there's 12 other girls that really want this opportunity.
It's definitely bittersweet, but if someone's had an inception of that thought, to put them in a group is difficult, in my opinion, because if they've started to feel that way, you know, we're trying to build a group that transcends time, and if we have someone in the group that's not sure they want to be in a group, I think that, as you say, it takes away a spot from people who have been, you know, the others that have been training relentlessly for just shy of 2 years, and I think that's something we definitely need to consider.
I also think, you know, this group is the future of our label. It's the first group under the label, and I think this opportunity is huge, and we have to have partners that feel the same way, and that they really want this too. So.
Okay, so I think that's a perfect segue into Wannabe by the Spice Girls. Emily, Ezella, Ua, and Samara.
You have got to give. Taking this too easy.
I think this mission is about concepts, and I think they nailed this song. And I think when we first spoke about, you know, all the different songs we were going to use for it, I think this song to me stood out as one that would maybe be a challenge just because of the Spice Girls and the energy that they brought to it. But I think all four of these contestants really came together and perfectly honed it in.
에시렐라부터 얘기를 하고 싶어요. 에시렐라는 예전부터 이제 연습생 때부터 저희가 이제 봐오면서 너무나도 가진 매력이 많고 특히 막 표정이나 뭐 끼나 스타성이 너무나도 많은 친구였는데 사실 그런 것들이 드림 아카데미에 들어오고 나서 많이 보여지지를 못했던 것 같아요. 근데 이번 미션에서는 정말 그것들이 뚫고 나온 것 같아요. 그러니까 지금까지 뭔가 본인이 가지고 있는 것들을 한껏 움츠리고 있다가 이번 미션을 통해서 잘 표현을 해주고 뚫고 나온 것 같아서 너무 기분 좋았고 아마 많은 대중분들도 그런 에시렐라 모습을 보고 좋아해 주실 거라고 저는 예상을 해요. 그리고 우아를 얘기를 하자면 저는 사실 지금 워너비 같은 이런 곡의 퍼포먼스를 할 때 보여질 되게 귀엽고 그 나이에 맞는 되게 어린 그 매력을 봤었거든요. 그래서 이 미션에 함께 할 수 있게 돼서 저는 되게 다행이었고 뭔가 좋은 기회라고 저는 생각을 했었어요. 하지만 저희는 춤으로만 평가를 받는 자리가 아니라 보컬적인 부분도 너무나도 중요하기 때문에 사실 우아가 가야 될 길에서 너무나도 멀죠. 냉정하게 말씀드리면 보컬 연습이 더 필요하고 본인도 지금 많이 노력하고 있고 처음 드림 아카데미에 합류했을 때보다 더 많이 성장을 하고는 있지만 앞으로 우아는 노력을 더 해야 될 거라고 생각을 합니다.
I know that there's two major labels working on this project, but I don't think what everyone gets to see is how hard these girls work. And they're also human beings. So I don't think I talked about, but Ezella lost someone very close to her recently. So on top of dealing with that as a normal human being, you know, she also gave that performance, which I think is one of her best. And I don't think anybody on set knew that, and anyone outside of T&D knew that. But you know, these girls, they go through injury and illness and heartbreak and all really, really real human being things, and they are doing everything they can to be considered to be a group member. So yeah, I hope that people just know that.
I think as we wrap, I want to extend my heartfelt thank you to Missy, not just for today and giving your valuable insight, but just for everything over the last 2 years, and you know, your guidance for all of the contestants I think has been instrumental to all of this. So thank you so much, and thank you for coming today. So that was mission 3.
Yeah.
Now we're into the final stretch, which feels very, very surreal to say that. You know, we have one final elimination left, and then we're in the top 10, and we get to the live show, and then we unveil the group. And I think the pressure and the tension has never been this high. It feels, you know, as I say, it feels surreal to be in this spot. So get ready. This is it. Let's do it.